What is wrong with the aviation sector?
I personally feel that DGCA is doing very well. Nonetheless, challenges are there. The ATC controllers in India are one of the finest in the world.
You've been in the cockpit and you've been in the cabinet as well, ex-Civil Aviation Minister.
I did set out policy reforms in 2001 when I was a part of the Vajpayee government.
We've had about 11 Mayday calls in the last 17 months. The most unfortunate air crash that happened a couple of months ago in Ahmedabad. And suddenly we are seeing a lot of these technical snags. It's also very unnerving for the common man passenger.
No, you are reading too much into it. Every flight, when it takes off from the ground, in the hands of the pilot is 100% safe.
India to Thailand or India to Singapore price is cheaper than a Bombay-Delhi flight.
Airlines are not run for charity and public cause. These are all 100% commercial.
We also have a scheme called Udan, Uda Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. How is that possible when you don't have low-cost airlines?
Udan scheme is mainly about...
You were part of an all-party delegation
Sindoor.
for Operation Sindoor, yes. So what was your exact role?
You see, we were just there to say what had happened, what Pakistan had done to us.
When I talk to my friends in Europe who want to travel to Asia, they want to go to Southeast Asia, they want to go to Thailand because they feel safe. There's a safety issue here often.
No, I would not agree to that.
Rudy, welcome to the Plush podcast.
Hi, how do you do, Rahul?
Great to have you here.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Great, you've flown down all the way from Mumbai
Yes.
to talk to people. That's fantastic.
Yes. Rudy, you trained as a lawyer, you became a politician, then you earned your commercial pilot's license. Now, this may not be the exact order. In fact, what's fascinating is you're the only sitting MP in the world to be actively flying a commercial aircraft, which is phenomenal. And on top of that, you also teach economics. So, how did you go about these divergent paths?
I was never a pilot, and for those who are hearing me, and still those who aspire to become pilots, I will just like to tell them that I became a pilot at the age of 50. I'm the oldest man in this country to get a CPL license. And I just did not have a CPL license, which becomes that you're a pilot. You hear politicians and many people say that I'm a pilot. No. It was not a CPL only. I graduated to become a type rated. Type rating is a qualification which you come when you fly bigger aircrafts like the Airbus or the Boeings. So I got myself type rated and I went to US Sim Center, Miami in Florida, spent a month there. Got the type rating, came back and joined Indigo. So that's fun. That's almost 16 years. And I whenever you see some captain in Indigo wearing a yellow stripe, usually they wear a blue stripe. They wear a yellow stripe, you say he is more than 15 years in this company.
Oh.
So I'm 16 years and possibly, and I've checked out with everyone. No politician, no legislator, no senator in the world flies. I actively fly. One of the largest airlines in the world. So it's fascinating. But I'm a prima facie, I'm a politician. I became an MLA at the age of 26 in Bihar. And subsequently now this is my 7th term. That means good 35 years actively in Parliament.
So you've earned your stripes.
Every kind of stripes. And then I love going to you see, if people ask me, you are going to ask, what do you like the most? Well, between teaching, between flying, between politics, the most gratifying is appearing in the Supreme Court and High Court, arguing, catching the eyes of the judge and getting a judgment in your favor. It's fantastic.
You know, often people label multi-hyphenates like yourself as unfocused or too distracted. And that's something that I personally disagree with. In fact, I think it's excellent if one can pursue multiple career paths. How do you see all these divergent career paths converging in your case?
Well, my wife says that why can't you stick on to one thing and why can't you hear it? So that window of the threshold of hearing quietly to someone is slightly lacking. But when I need to understand something, So that complaint, my friends say, why are you not very attentive to things? Why are you flicking? And many people have this tendency.
So you have multiple tabs open in your brain.
Yes, when my doctor watches me, he says, I watch you in a party and all, you are doing 3-4 things at a time.
Yeah.
So that I have started looking at myself, and I've looked at many people who do multitasking. It's not that, it's something very with me itself. So I think it's not, and when you don't have a boss, and as you, Rahul, do not have a boss in the company, you can plan things for yourself and implement. But if you have a boss and if you have to report and you have to go 9 a.m. and come back at 5 in the clock or 7 o'clock and report back again and a performance factor, then you are done.
Yes.
Be your own boss and plan your life.
Yeah.
Keep your friends happy and the family happy, and then you can succeed. If you want to work somewhere, report to somewhere, answerable, take a salary, and then plan your life, you cannot be multifaceted.
Right. That's an old industrial era sort of mindset where you went to work for 40 years for one company and then got a gold watch at the end of it for retirement. But I think we're seeing even now in the age of AI and disruptions in the industry that even that's changing, right? People are moonlighting with different careers and they have different interests. And that's an old concept in my opinion anyways. So I think one must have
interest beyond. All, if you want to live happily, if you want to do well, keep changing things. Do not stick to one thing.
Makes you
more
and
whatever makes you feel good and nice. When you get up in the morning, you have a new thing to do.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. If you have every day a schedule where you have to do things which you have done in the past, possibly you will wear out very fast. So all those who listen to me, find a day for next morning what interests you. Whatever it could be.
And of late, in the last 2 weeks or so, I've also been hearing something about the Constitution Club.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Your name attached to it.
Oh my goodness.
So what is this?
No one in this country knew what is a Constitution Club, but that has been...
I certainly didn't.
No one. The whole social media has been set ablaze with this elections. Now what is the Constitution Club? Constitution of India made by our people who framed the Constitution. So while the Constituent Assembly in Parliament in Delhi existed, on the sidelines there was a small club of politicians of all, whether Dr. Rajendra Prasad, B.R. Ambedkar, all those, and we were there. So they would sit by the side, and there was a small place called Curzon Road Barracks in Delhi where they used to sit. Subsequently in 1965, it moved to a place called the VP House, the Vittal Bhai Patel House, and the former president, Sir Palli Radhakrishnan, laid the foundations to it. And that club was attached to the Parliament, Indian Parliament. So not much, it was with the Speaker now. Speaker decided that let's have a structure. So when I came to Parliament, they gave it to me. When you hear about this Constitution Club, they gave it to me, set it up. So I made a society, set it up, had the election laws, and it emerged into a beautiful place where we have a heated swimming pool, we have a pool table, we have a badminton court, we have a box cricket, we are coming up with paddle ball, we have auditorium, we have lounges, we have restaurants, and conferences going on. So it's become a buzz. So once it's a buzz for the parliamentarians, and we have around roughly 1,200 members, and those are the members who choose to be members. Every MP is not a member. But this election, something very crazy happened, which caught the attention of the media and the social media. When governors of the state come to vote for a candidate, with their ADC walking in, and the ADCs are asked to stand out when the governor goes inside to vote holding a constitutional position. When the leader like Srimati Sonia Gandhi comes to vote, when Mr. Kharge comes to vote, well, my panel had a couple of members from the Congress.
Across party lines.
Yes. When my leader, JP Nadda, who is the president of Bharatiya Janata Party, comes to vote, Mr. Amit Shah, who is very popular and very focused, when he comes to vote as a Home Minister of India, this scene has never been witnessed in Indian politics ever. Now, once this happens, and thank to God, thanks to my friends across the country where I have spent about 35 years in Parliament, they voted for me. So I won with a thumping majority, but it caught the attention of the world. So this is the Constitution Club. Do visit in Delhi. We have the largest gym in the country. And when I say largest, and largest not by means of those equipments which you get from China. The Constitution Club gym has the largest set of equipments for exercises and 100% branded, and I would repeat 100% branded by one of the most famous and costliest brands in this country called Techno Gym.
Okay.
So that makes the difference. You visit the spa and the salon and it's beautiful. And you can find several union ministers doing the exercises, people who are 86 in politics coming and doing their...
That's very nice to hear.
So this is the Constitution Club. It is a brand, pride for members of parliament. I look after it.
As someone who likes to stay fit, and I'm very passionate about health and fitness.
You look like one.
Well, thank you so much. It's very heartening to hear that Indian politicians are taking their fitness seriously.
Oh no, they are very cautious. Why do you all think like this? Indian politicians are very, very cautious.
Yeah.
We have a perception. I can tell you, recently I was in a bus. I came down after my flight wearing my uniform.
Yeah.
So a gentleman, oh, you are a commoner. I said, why? I'm a commoner, of course. And he had a sense of satire in his words. I said, why do you all always talk about politicians like this?
Yeah.
We are common people.
Yeah.
I may be 7th term in parliament, but I fly big planes.
Yes.
So I think you have got a complex seeing me. So please get over it. And politicians are normal human beings.
Right.
So
perhaps there's this whole image in conjures in someone's head.
And that is where we have branded the Constitution Club. Please come and have a look. Look at the lounges, the beauty of that place.
Excellent.
You will feel that it's something different.
No, I look forward to it.
So please, I'll take you around. And all those who are listening, please do visit the Constitution Club of India.
Yeah.
One of the finest clubs in the country, I must say.
Yeah. So next time you guys are in Delhi, visit the Constitution Club.
Do inform me. I'll organize the trip.
Now, Rudy, coming to aviation, which is right up your alley, India is now the world's third largest domestic aviation market, and the passenger traffic is expected to double in the next 5 years. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that a few months ago, that we're currently at 24 crores. We are likely to double to about 50 crores by 2030. Yet, a Niti Aayog report claims that as of March 2025, 133 aircrafts, so that's about 16% of our fleet, has been grounded due to faulty engines. What this does is this increases the costs, because then you're leasing, older aircrafts which are not as fuel efficient. So what's your view on that?
No, I'll just set it right. Roughly about 800 aircrafts. Most of these aircrafts, you don't buy aircrafts. The regime of Air India, government buying planes is over.
Yeah.
So we lease back aircrafts.
Okay.
And the older ones keep on going back. And most of the aircrafts which are being inducted, whether by Indigo or whether by, I don't know about SpiceJet, but by Vistara and all, if they have a lease mechanism, most of these engines which are coming in this country are hugely fuel efficient, new engine options.
Yeah.
Whether it's a LEAP engine or Pratt & Whitney and so forth.
Yeah.
And CNM. So that is one thing. When you said about 116 aircrafts could be more at a given point of time, that is not because engines were bad. That was because with this Ukraine war, the chain of maintenance, manufacturing, production came down, and you can still see hundreds of aircrafts on the ground.
Yeah.
So for those people manufacturing those engines, they are responsible. So it's not about bad engines. The overall process which has to be completed in a period of time.
Supply chain disruptions.
Yes. So that is because of the war. So nothing to do with it. Okay. India is projected to be the largest. It is. It has the potential. Prime Minister is working on both on infrastructure, support structure, availability of ground crew, availability of pilots, availability of overall support systems.
Yeah.
And I think, and we have willing flyers within India and across. I think it's an amazing sectoral growth.
However, with the most unfortunate air crash that happened a couple of months ago in Ahmedabad.
Yes.
You've also had a recent Pune-Delhi flight where the window dislodged midair. And suddenly we are seeing a lot of these technical snags. We've had about 11 Mayday calls in the last 17 months. And DGCA has flagged about 65 in-flight engine issues. So what is wrong with the aviation sector?
Well, as we are growing, we have pan calls, which means emergency, but not dire emergency. We have Mayday calls. And Mayday calls are primarily made when you say, this is my last call.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back and land, or I don't have any support. I'm just trying my struggling. So a Mayday call can result in a complete disruption of that flight. Or Mayday call may give a support system, and you have an engine flame out, when you have an engine burnout and things like that.
Yeah.
So Maydays do happen as they. So Mayday can happen because you are diverted from one airport which has a weather condition, you divert to another airport which has weather, and you run out of fuel. So if you run out of fuel, whether it's weather or no weather, you declare Mayday and land.
Right.
So these situations as the traffic controls, and we have no control. We are aware of the weather situations across,
Yeah.
but at times we do not have a control. In that situation, hundreds and hundreds of aircraft are coming into land at a particular location, and that airport shuts off.
Yeah.
The diversion from Delhi could be Jaipur, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, so forth, Amritsar and all. And if all of them fill up in a particular period of time, the aircrafts have to come and land.
Right.
So these are technical emergencies. You see, it's very good on the part of the DGCA to report. There is a whole process of reporting.
It's also very unnerving for the common man, for the passenger.
No, you are reading too much into it. Every flight is safe. Every flight, when it takes off from the ground, in the hands of the pilot, is 100% safe.
Is it because there's an Indian parliamentary committee that has warned that there are staffing shortages at DGCA and there are not enough qualified personnel at ATC?
They are doing it up. I'm a part of that committee. They're doing it up. They're looking for experts. And it's not understaffing. The dimensions of checks in civil aviation sector is growing heavily.
Yeah.
As we are also collectively monitored by FAA, which is the American system for counterpart of DGCA. We have EASA, the European Union.
Yeah.
So they are the benchmarks for world aviation.
Yeah.
So when they set up standards, India matches them. Because our flights are also going internationally, going to Europe, going to America, crossing boundaries. So I personally feel that DGCA is doing very well. Nonetheless, challenges are there. And they are overcoming the shortages because it's just not the staff. We need trained personnel who understand the technicalities in aviation to handle them. I
was digging a little deep into what you said, and apparently there's, the recruitment model is a bit faulty because a lot of the hiring is outsourced to a certain recruiting agency, and it makes the whole process slow.
In DGCA?
In DGCA or for ATCs?
No, I believe it's not true. ATC controllers are hired by Airport Authority of India. They have a directorate there. So I don't think it's like that. And our ATC controllers are fantastic. If you look at the quality and if you rate them, the ATC controllers in India are one of the finest in the world. So take it for my word. They do we don't see them. We don't know them.
Yes.
They're just sitting behind a computer and a tabletop screen and monitoring. And mind it, they are monitoring every minute. My flight level, when I move out left or right, when I'm coming close to another traffic, when he's lining me up, or approach control or radar control, it's fantastic.
Right. Interesting. You've been in the cockpit and you've been in the cabinet as well, ex-civil aviation minister. What do you think the Indian public is missing?
Indian politics, we do not. Like in the American system, you have the president and the senators, but you choose people from specific sectors and give them responsibilities in government.
Yes.
I would be a rare person who is in politics and has a reasonable knowledge in the field of civil aviation. While all those who come to the civil aviation from the administrative side have never been in civil aviation, they learn the process.
Yeah.
They could be good, they are good. But certainly when I keep my point of view, and I succeed in keeping my point of view, and I've got many things. For example, the RTR exam, which used to happen for 40 years in the Ministry of Communication. Talk to a young boy and he'll say that, why do I have to go for my communication examinations to the Ministry of Communications? Why is it not? We have changed it. The government has brought it back to the DGCA. This December is the first exam. We had an ATPL exam where there was a 10% marks for giving you when you're heading for a command, oral viva, which happens nowhere in the world. It has been dispensed with. We keep on suggesting. But there is a problem. If you know the subject more than the people who are listening about the subject,
yes. In layman's terms, what is the problem?
They don't like it. They can't accept anyone knowing more than you. Especially a politician who has been in all these fields, unacceptable. So I have my issues there, but I succeed most of the time.
So a politician who's in the ministry does not like the fact that someone else is giving them advice.
I blatantly take that the benchmarking of aviation which happened during Mr. Scindia's time and subsequently, the launch of the low-cost airlines, first was Deccan Airlines, Rajiv Pratap, Rudy. The airlines which you see in the country today, Indigo, and others, Rajiv Pratap, Rudy. The low concept, there is no low-cost airlines in this country anymore. Please,
Yes.
all of
And
us
I want
must
to talk
understand.
about that as well.
There is no low cost. That era is over.
Yes.
It is all the same. So there is no low cost. So demand and supply is the benchmark. The reforms in the airport sector, Delhi, Mumbai, brownfield airports which you see was done under my signature. Shamshabad, Hyderabad and Devanali in Bangalore was done under my signature. Institutionally, when you work in a government, no one remembers.
Yeah.
Reforms in DGCA, reforms in airspace management, flexi airspace management with Air Force, all was initiated. But as time passes, infrastructure grows, things happen, and institutionally the governments take the credit, absolutely. But I did set policy reforms in 2001 when I was a part of the Vajpayee government. In 3 years, I did a lot of changes which really has triggered off the growth of aviation sector. I think the industry people who have watched me over the years, they agree to this. But nonetheless, many good people have taken charge after me. The present minister is doing very well. Praful Patel did very well. Gajpati Raju was there, so forth and so on. But somehow, civil aviation, when it comes on the political side, I stand out in people's mind. And being a pilot today,
Absolutely.
I think it works more than
Domain expertise.
Yes, no, I'm a learner. So I talk to captains, I talk to engineers, I talk to ground staff. I sit in the committees, I connect the dots.
Yeah.
And my colleagues in parliament look forward when I speak.
Yeah.
I make them and explain them what it happens, and they feel nice about it that my colleague who is a member of parliament talks about aviation and explains it to
So
the
the
world.
current civil aviation ministry and the personnel in it, do they take your advice as well?
100%. The minister is very amenable and he understands. The Secretary Civil Aviation, even the previous one, Bual Mang, now Mr. Sameer Sinha, institutionally the ministry does. The DGCA of
They
all
do consult you.
I have a process. I can write to them. I meet in the standing committees, but they are very proactive.
Right.
And they are very proactive, the Ministry of Civil Aviation, and it comes all under the directions of the Honorable Prime Minister. It works beautifully with them.
Right. So
And
what
it has
part of
got-
it do
I
they
still
not
have
like?
hundreds of ideas in my mind, which possibly takes a while to put them through because knowledge should not come from outside, it should come within the system.
Yes.
So it's a problem. It's okay.
You have
Perfect.
to make it sound like it's their idea.
That's right. It should always make it sound like their idea and they are happy. If
Yeah.
you make it your idea and ask them to sign, let's have a look at it.
Yes.
How does this politician bring things to us which we don't know?
Yes.
That's a problem. But nowadays, they are very receptive.
That's marketing 101 as well,
That's
right?
perfect.
Always make it sound like it's their idea and they're more open and receptive to advice.
Every corporate does this.
Yes, every
To the
corporate does
government.
this. Yes, absolutely. You touched upon how there are no more low-cost airlines, and we also have a scheme called Udan, Uda Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. How is that possible when you don't have low-cost airlines?
This was a concept nurtured by the Prime Minister, basically about bringing costs down.
Yeah,
This Udan scheme is mainly about connecting destinations which do not have an overall business financial model to allow airlines to operate there.
yeah,
So when you choose to operate at locations
yeah.
which are not Delhi, Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore or
Non-metros.
non-metros,
Yeah.
then to incentivize the activity of flying commercial airlines is done by the government initially. And if it triggers, for example, Darbhanga, which is a place in Bihar, very popular for makhanas and that methils and mithla art and so forth and so on, started a Darbhanga airport. It has surpassed any other commercial airport in this country which was made during that period of time. And it's still a civil enclave shared with the defense. So there are locations which have Kaushambi, which was started under RCS, did not see a single flight. So the viability of locations can be checked through this RCS scheme given support by the government.
What does RCS stand for?
Regional Connectivity Scheme, which is Udan.
Okay.
RCS is Regional Connectivity Scheme, abbreviated as Udan.
Okay. No, because unfortunately, this scheme was announced with a lot of fanfare, but more than half the awarded routes haven't taken off because of infrastructure gaps. So, why do you think that is?
There are many more. We have studied the whole report and they are revising now. You see, I have made an effort to explore the market.
Yeah.
So, I have given the infrastructure, but the airlines have come to operate. even since I've given the infrastructure to operate at remote destinations in places like Maharashtra, Gujarat or Andhra Pradesh or some places, airlines have started operations or have not found those operations to be viable.
Okay.
So they have kept closed. So the government at least has succeeded in 50 locations or 50% of the airports under RCS scheme,
Yes.
which is Udan,
Yes.
to make them successful.
Yes.
So they are, and once you become successful, government withdraws, the airlines and the airports and the private operators come in.
Right.
So the job of the government is to play the role of a catalyst, and that is how it has happened here.
And then it's pure market
Then
economics.
it's a market driven.
Right. Right. Whether those
So in
routes are...
Darbhanga, SpiceJet had a monopoly. So 2 years the people, and they were waiting lists, the costs were very high.
Yeah.
So the people were waiting for the RCS time period to get over.
Yeah.
And now it's been opened up to all the airlines. So number of aircrafts coming in, prices coming down, all that's begun.
You know, one of the things I've never understood, and this is something that I've faced as well, as a common person, sometimes you find that a India to Thailand or India to Singapore price is cheaper than a Bombay-Delhi flight. I flew to Singapore last year and I paid 15,000 rupees, which is a steal. So if you're going for a long weekend, you may as well go to Singapore. This is a mindset of a lot of people. Instead of me going to, let's say, Uttarakhand. You know, it's because for the common person, they get that foreign trip ka chapa also, that aspirational value that I went to Singapore for 4 days. They get social cred in their circle.
So you have flagged a very important issue.
Yeah.
I'm from Bihar,
Yeah.
but virtually working in Delhi and being in Parliament.
Yeah.
So most of North India does
Yeah.
not know anything below Goa.
Yeah.
They do not know where is Bikal, where it is Kollam, whether it is...
You know, Kerala.
Kerala, but many more places
Yeah,
in the south.
the
They do
Coorg.
not know Bandipur.
Yes.
They do not know the Coorgs and all.
Right.
So that is one aspect. We in India, in the north, we go north. I think Ooty is a far more beautiful destination than Shimla, not to be biased. Or for that matter, Mussoorie with the congestion. They have that. Ooty is beautiful.
Yeah.
Hardly any people from the north go to Ooty occasionally.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is we need to put it on the national. And in India, with a country with 1,400 million people. So when you say when we travel international, there is a charm. There is, whether you go to Bangkok, that we
Go to Dubai,
Phuket,
you go to Sri
Dubai.
Lanka. Yeah.
So when you, Sri Lanka also for that,
Yeah.
cheaper hotels and all. So, but then when you talk about, this is a very key question, I have been trying to explain it to the system.
So we have the Dekho Hamara Desh campaign.
No, but if there is a demand between Patna and Delhi,
Yeah.
now we are touching roughly about 4 million passengers in Patna.
Yeah.
There was a requirement of an international greenfield airport in Patna for last 25 years.
Yeah.
The policy makers will keep on tweaking, making Patna a beautiful terminal, then talking about Behta. The large foresight is not in them. Unless and until you ease out the constraints of infrastructure, where the demand and supply role becomes limited and you have more aircrafts, more on demand, more landing, more takeoffs, more tickets, more passengers, the cost will come down. And if you limit the demands in peak season, but if you are paying 15,000 to a particular location, buy your ticket 6 months early, you will get it 4,000 rupees. So we in India are not used to that,
Correct.
that pattern of ticketing. We
Correct,
plan
correct.
24 hours before.
Yeah. So also, since you're on the subject of travel and tourism, what's your take on tourism within India versus tourism overseas in terms of how it's marketed? There's so much potential here because we have everything here. We've got beaches, we've got mountains, we've got... But the last mile, we always mess up somewhere there. You know?
People coming and staying in Taj or Oberoi's and places.
So that's a bubble.
Yes. So we have not been able to create this. People visiting Taj. Can you believe 45 years or 50 years down the line, there were no airport coming at Agra, not allowing any neighborhood airport to come because there was a whole lobby of hoteliers and taxi people who would not allow that to come up because this whole big group of people wanted this to continue. Come to Delhi, go to Taj, come back and stay here.
Yeah.
All these things. But gradually government has caught on to it. Tourism, please come and discuss with me. I'll tell you so many things which I cannot capture in this small period of time.
Yeah.
So I'll confine today myself to aviation, but tourism, I would love to talk and where we stand, how we stand.
Yeah.
How
You
much
can touch upon it briefly.
You see, you pick up any destination, like the Japanese or the people from Southeast Asia would like to come to Bihar.
Yeah.
Bodh Gaya. Over the years, we never had any infrastructure to take them.
Yeah.
They always went back with them.
Yeah.
If you go to Rajasthan, you have the new model of these heritage hotels coming up. They are being marketed.
Yeah.
But at times, people go back with a very bad experience that you talk about heritage hotels, but the facilities for a cost which you offer. So that benchmarking of facilities or overall infrastructure, tourism is all about experience.
Experience, absolutely, yeah.
You go to St. Lucia, even if a country with 80,000 people, you'll have a better infrastructure.
Yeah.
People there has to be a sense of adventure, travel, food, cuisine, hospitality, safety.
Civic sense.
And comfort.
Yeah.
If you are unable to package them all together, just by having hotels or destination, it doesn't work.
Right.
We have themes. We have medical themes. For example, when you talk about medical tourism, Istanbul.
Hair transplant. They call it Turkish Airlines.
$2 billion and 1 million people visiting.
Yeah.
Do we have some USP like this? $2 billion revenue and 1 million people. Potential of medical tourism or wellness tourism at about $34 billion US dollars, and it has to go up to $120 billion US dollars. We hardly tap about $6 billion.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get back into the lot of figures which I have with myself as tourism.
No, here's an interesting figure, and this is a 2023-2024 figure. I don't think the numbers are a whole lot different now. India got 9 million international tourists. Thailand got 27 million. When I talk to my friends in Europe who want to travel to Asia, they want to go to Southeast Asia, they want to go to Thailand because they feel safe. There's a safety issue here, which, unfortunately we get some bad press.
Law and order is a state subject, and I would discount it. It is not about safety anymore in India. Basically, most of the places are very safe. It's about packaging your product.
The perception is that it's not safe often.
No, I will not agree to that. What you package and give back to the passengers, people who have come abroad for the last 25 years, is the experience which matters.
Right.
So it's not about individual actions. It's a packaging of the whole product.
Europeans often, when they travel, they will come for long periods. So often you can classify them as backpackers, right? So my view is that if you're coming to India as a backpacker and spending 1,000 rupees in some hotel, you're exposing yourself to the shady, gritty underbelly of what India has to offer. So
they will choose destinations in Europe or maybe the Federation in the Russian continent. So it depends. If they hear so many things about India, but if they're not able to feature it out. So that low-cost tourism internationally has not built up to the level.
Right.
For example, Goa is successful and there are 1,000 people who can spend $200 a day and stay there. So that has worked out. There's a culture which has come into it. But that can't be expected somewhere else in the country.
But Goa is also expensive, and then you're doing the cost-benefit analysis.
Now you don't find people going to Goa at all.
Yes.
They're going to other destinations. Goa is losing out on its traffic.
Yeah.
The beaches, the sands.
Because if it's cheaper for me to go overseas,
yes. So that, now they are, I think that is an issue.
They are addressing that.
They should
be addressing
It's a state concept.
Yeah, absolutely. We had 74 airports in 2014. As per my research, we have about 159 airports now. Now, maybe a few here and there are not operational. Now, you can put on your economics professor hat and you can maybe share that what does that do when you build an airport in a otherwise hard to access region? What does that do to the local economy? And if there are any such examples that you can share.
So, investment in the economies, it has a 3-time effect on the GDP. And employment is about 6 times when you make an investment.
Yeah.
But you said about airports coming up. You see, like many places, they say, I want an international airport. By government announcing an international airport, the airport does not become international.
Yeah.
There should be traffic, there should be people wanting to fly out, and the economy of flying out from that location to international destinations should be workable. Like Amritsar became feasible at a given point of time to flights to Canada and so forth. But if we expect some other locations to have, and so we announce, now if we announce that Patna has been written as Jayaprakash Narayan International Airport for last 65, 70 years, not a single plane has landed.
From
It doesn't-
overseas. Yeah.
Because it doesn't have the runway length, it cannot cater to go see any aircraft, it does not have the infrastructure, it does not have. So how do you probe?
Yeah.
So the government has to take on itself to probe and create an infrastructure where then you can offer products. So it's a lag in the policy, in the lag in the thought process of the government. Like Bihar government has come up with a incentive scheme that if you operate a flight from A to B, we'll give you a subsidy of this amount. This has been announced today. I don't have to make any comments, but I know what is there and how it is going to be worked out. I think many things come up which do not have
It's a relaxed environment. You can feel
No,
free
but
to.
this is something connected to my people whom I know.
Yeah.
So I have my own reservations on many things what they want to do.
Yeah, no, need not be international airport. If you otherwise, let's say if it took 5 hours to drive to a certain destination.
So then that is the
if you're an airport,
concept
that's
which
45 minutes.
everyone who understands aviation talks about hub and spoke.
Yeah.
You have to create a base. Like Bangalore, when it started at 4 million, it was in HAL, 7 million when it closed down. And now it is touching 40 million.
Yeah.
It's not touching 40 million, 35 million or so, 30 million or so. It's not touching that because it has people coming from Bangalore.
Yeah.
It is emerging as a hub.
Yeah.
So smaller airports, bigger airports, they all come bring passengers. What is happening in Dubai? What is happening with the airlines and club together? They don't have that many people. What's the size of the country and population?
Right.
How many people they are carrying?
Right.
So you have to conceptually. So every state, when you have infrastructure of a smaller airports, pulling in, bring in, economy of that scale, activity, economics back home, manufacturing, industry, trade, and when it gets interlinked internationally, that is how world over. India is huge, so all these things have to be put together. It is just not in isolation that airline.
Right.
It has more of a economic,
more holistic
matrix which has to be put in place.
Do you think we can become an aviation hub, which is, I believe, what we're trying to do?
Well, we are
Dubai and London.
Governments of the day have to think more, and because your competition is which has already emerged, they have been in that for more than 20 years now.
So Dubai or London or Amsterdam.
So you have to struggle a bit to create India, and the constraints are there when you talk about this. So
what sort of constraints?
Too many. I'll have to explain them piece-wise when you come at policy level, and about slots, about management, about the cost of airports.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the tickets in India, the cop who does the frisking, you pay the cost for it. The government doesn't pay for it. The UDF, the PSF, the airport which you see is beautiful. Do you think the government is paying for that? No. The passenger is paying. Passenger, we give the impression, we facilitate the process, we do the initial bidding. The passengers are paying for their own safety, the passengers are paying for the infrastructure which you're using. Please do not be under an impression that what you are getting there, that you are getting it free from the government. Government basically acts as a facilitator to bring that infrastructure. You pay for the airport, you pay for the security, you pay for the travel, you pay for the airlines, it's a passenger who is paying everything. And if you look, being fair to the airlines, airlines are not making much money.
Yeah.
The cost on the ticket is the other cost which is reflected. So please remember.
And God forbid if I'm hungry at the airport, I'm paying 5 times the price at the airport.
As I asked on Mumbai airport,
yeah,
the ticket to Delhi at a particular day in economy class was 8,000 something.
One way.
One way.
Yeah.
The cost of a person being ferried on the airport on that trolley, which is one is by the airport operators and other is for the government people, is 8,000 rupees.
8,000 rupees.
Have you got down and checked the cost of? They said 8,000. Please check it.
Wow. Okay.
How can the facilitation for an elderly who can afford it? These are for the people who can afford it as a VVIP.
Yes.
When that cart which you take, if you are hiring it and booking it for yourself, you will have to pay around 7,000 to 8,000 rupees.
That's ridiculous.
But has anyone checked on it? No one knows about it.
No one knows about it,
And then someday some organized or a conscious citizen will come and scream and shout. But there are others, like people, we are the VIPs. For us and for the government servants and for those who want to make a special request, that is free. So cross-subsidy of a different kind is taking place. So all is a business model. Airports are not run for charity anymore.
Yeah.
Airlines are not run for charity and public cause. These are all 100% commercial.
Rudy, coming to the future of tourism, the future of aviation rather. We've got sustainable aviation fuels, electric aircrafts, and space tourism. In fact, we have Virgin Galactic and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin already.
I'm hearing about this VTO.
So what's hype and what's likely to sustain?
Well, it's all in experiment. Let's see how it works out in the US. All these things are still on the drawing board.
Yeah.
They are experimental. They have not been like short distance takeoff and landing strips for passengers to be ferried from place to stall, or VTOLs or whatever.
Yeah.
Or ETOLs.
Yeah. So there's, in fact, Dipinder Goyal, who is from Zomato.
I believe he has made an
Lat
investment.
Aerospace.
Yes. So all this would roll out.
It's essentially a bus in the sky.
Another 10, 15, 20 years. So India, we are not the main initiatives in Europe or America.
Yeah.
Once they are able to do it, then possibly we bring it. But I believe Indigo has signed a big contract with some company on this battery-operated VTOLs.
There's eVTOL, electric vehicle takeoff and landing. There's a company called Archer in the US.
Yes, correct. I read about it. So it's not happening tomorrow. It may be another 2 decades.
2 decades.
Or maybe less.
Okay.
But by the time, I don't find it happening in the US as of now. So once it stabilizes,
sometimes
aviation is
faster than you think.
Aviation is benchmarked mostly in the US.
Yeah.
And under the European Union, and thereafter the world adopts it. So let us see how it works out.
Okay, so I have a non-aviation question for you as well. You were part of an all-party delegation
Sindoor.
for Operation Sindoor. Yes, dispatch across continents.
Went to
and a rare all-party consensus.
Yes, it went off beautifully. Every country across the world we went to.
So what was your exact role?
No, I was a part of the delegation headed by Supriya Sule, who was the leader from there.
Your decades-long experience as a politician, as a lawyer,
I had a very
pilot.
beautiful team with Anurag Thakur, Supriya Sule, and so forth.
Right. So how did you help shape geopolitical narrative?
You see, we were just there to say what had happened about what Pakistan had done to us.
Yeah.
Killing of the innocents in Pahalgam. Further, what was the implication? How we retaliated, and that we are prepared to retaliate if they do it again.
Yeah.
So there was an overall endorsement across the world that what India did was correct, and that is what the Prime Minister was always saying.
Right.
So it went off beautiful. I went to Egypt, I went to South Africa.
Qatar. Perhaps. Yeah.
And all these countries were very forthcoming that you did it right. They always wanted things to be de-escalated, but nonetheless we said that no threats will work with us, and that we are going head on with you if you do it again, and we have done it now.
Right. So your takeaway was that globally the world stood.
Terror is one thing which no one accepts.
Correct.
The world is facing terror across in different forms.
Right.
They're not with you at all.
Yeah, and it's bad for business, it's bad for the people, it's bad for the economy.
Yes.
Before closing it out, I want to ask you a few quick questions.
You have kept the whole discussion very serious, I'm sure.
Yeah. Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Kept it very.
If there's anyone I can have a light discussion with, I feel I can have it with you. Okay, let's talk about a flight you will never forget.
Well, when I come out of the cockpit wearing my uniform, people will say, "You look like that BJP politician," and I will say, "Yes." Sometimes they'll say, "I've seen you somewhere." I say, "I work in South Indian films," but so it's the fun when you walk out of the cockpit after you have landed a flight. The people want to connect, and if your name sounds familiar, so I will say, I'm one of those, and
that happens every flight.
Almost.
Almost every flight is memorable in that sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so which is the most underrated airport in India and overseas?
My beautiful airport in Patna, which has a potential of at least 10 million people, is underrated because prospectively, we did not have a vision to plan a greenfield international. With 14 crore population, and Goa has about 12 lakh, and it has 2 international airports. And with 14 crore people, we do not have one. So the tweaking of smaller airports and saying that we are doing big, I stand very disappointed. I'm sure the proposal which is there now pending for an international greenfield airport in Patna, next to Patna.
What's a greenfield airport for people who don't understand?
Well, Delhi, if you remember, it was an existing airport.
Yeah.
It was renovated. It's called a brownfield airport.
Brownfield airport.
Brownfield.
Okay.
The greenfield is there where you completely find a new, just a flat space where
Yeah.
you decide to create out of nothing. There's
Right.
nothing, so you draw out a plan.
So the new Panvel airport coming up near Mumbai, Navi
It's a
Mumbai, it's a
greenfield.
greenfield airport.
Delhi and Mumbai existing one is a brownfield.
Brownfield airport.
Shamshabad airport and Devanali in Bangalore is greenfield airport.
Okay.
Jewar is a greenfield airport.
Okay.
The proposed new airport next to Patna at Sonpur in Bihar,
Okay.
which is going to be the largest airport in the world
Yeah.
as far as Southeast Asia is concerned. It's a greenfield.
Yeah.
And there is one thing called civil enclave.
Uh-huh.
So this is a third category
Yeah.
where you are using the facilities of the Air Force existing infrastructure to create a small terminal to land aircrafts, taking the support. That's called civil enclaves.
Okay.
So this is a third category like
Okay.
Jammu, like Srinagar, like Darbhanga, like Nagpur. All these are military establishments like Chandigarh.
Uh-huh.
They're always restricted. They cannot
Right.
grow to their whole
Right.
size.
No, I felt like I should know this and I was too embarrassed to ask, but I'm really glad I did.
No,
and
no,
I'm
many
sure there are
people
lots of
actually-
people who
many
probably
people,
wouldn't know.
Greenfield, brownfield,
Yeah.
civil enclaves.
Yeah. Let's talk about the hardest part of being a pilot.
Well, it's a difficult job. It requires your fitness. It requires a mental presence. In spite of lot of SOPs in place,
Yeah.
you cannot take a chance. You have to be agile and alert. People say you're on autopilot. No, it's nothing like that. Automation is just to prevent you from holding the sticks and all to a given. But you have to keep monitoring round the clock, and it's tough.
Right.
And when you are doing 4 sectors, landing, takeoff, with the SOPs in place, small mistake can just take away your license.
Sure, yeah.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
So they are doing a fantastic. The captains are doing, and the younger ones are much better than us.
A fellow pilot you admire?
Well, the girls who may be as 23, 24, 25, 26, many of them.
You can name any of them who you think is perhaps
Recently,
doing a
I
fantastic
flew
job.
with Juhi Chetri. She is from the Northeast. She is in command. She is from Sikkim. She is the only commander. Look at the finesse of their flying, especially when I am on the right side with them. They are in command and they ask you to be the pilot flying, and you look at the professions. How these young girls manage such a huge aircraft with great confidence and great proficiency. I can't share the cockpit with them because I cannot show it what happens inside.
Yeah.
But me, Rajiv Pratap, Rudy, 7-time MP, politician, blah, 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 is sitting on the right.
Yeah.
She is my boss and I am reporting to her.
Wow.
It's a beautiful environment, and yes, ma'am, I keep
Yeah.
on, check, ma'am, and flows are completed, checklist,
Yeah.
ma'am. You have to hear that conversation which I am having with this young lady
Yeah.
in command.
Yeah. Since you spoke about this interesting conversation that happens inside the cockpit, if politics had a black box, what would we hear?
So the first decision the parliament would have taken is that get rid of this black box forever. There would have been a constitutional decision that we cannot have a black box.
Yeah. Too many secrets.
Too many secrets. So that would have not been accepted anyway. But
Yeah.
in airlines, we need to have a black box where you have to get into the history of whatever has happened inside it.
Okay. An aviation term to describe Indian politics.
Take off. Politicians take off.
I
Growth
thought
take
you
off.
might say that.
Take off. And
Yeah.
we, like when I go back to my state and I'm campaigning for the Bihar elections, I say
Yeah.
Bihar is at a takeoff point. These elections are very critical.
Yeah.
And we have to win these elections because Bihar is at a takeoff point. That infrastructure is there, electricity is there. Now we have to achieve and
So that's
fly
the
high.
Indian economy in general, not
Yes,
just Indian
take off.
politics.
Take off is the word.
Yeah. Now, Rajiv, as a multi-hyphenate juggling different careers, how do you relax? How does Rajiv Pratap Rudy relax?
I sleep a lot. I'm called lazy.
Hard to imagine.
And I'm called lazy at times.
Yeah.
When I violate my time, I enjoy working, multitasking,
Yeah.
having an agenda, achieving it. Till the
Yeah.
time I fail, I keep on doing it.
Yeah.
And that has been my passion.
Yeah.
I am not the best player, but I play with the best players badminton almost every day. Traveling, I love. Being in isolation, designing. I'm very good. I may not be an architect, but if you give me an idea to plan, I will do it most beautifully than an architect can do. I love doing it. I do many things which possibly I lead. I'm here in Tughlaq Crescent. Small things which I innovate and last for long. There is a small park here outside, one of the finest boutique parks.
Yeah.
First time in Delhi, I said one park will only have fruit trees. System opposed. NDMC said, why can't you have fruit trees? Everyone will steal it. I said, how does it matter?
Yeah.
Let them steal. I've got more than 4,000 best variety fruit trees plantation right across my house in a public place. No one thought about it. It's called the ASEAN Maitri Park. And you have seen the honorable judges of the Supreme Court who have come, the union ministers have come, my residents, my colony people, my youngsters, school children all do this plantation. Now I know even if I'm not there, this park will have those saplings which will grow into trees, giving fruits for generations here.
Yeah.
And something innovative. I keep on doing many more innovative things in my life.
So you're providing shade for the future generations.
I keep doing things I like.
You mentioned travel. Which is your favorite destination?
Well, within the country, of course, I love South. Kerala, of course, is my best destination. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, that particular region of the South. Internationally, seas, cruises, whatever you can. And
Do you dive? Are you a scuba diver?
Yes.
You are a scuba diver.
Not a professional scuba diver, but whenever I get an opportunity, I know diving, so I go in.
So you're PADI certified?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How
But
many politicians can fly a plane? Yeah, so you're up in the air and you're underwater.
Oh my goodness, that is
You're omnipresent.
That is beautiful. and those who have not been inside the sea,
Yeah.
the best thing on earth which can happen when you go inside the sea,
Yeah.
and those beautiful creatures who just ignore you, they are not even bothered who is coming by my side. It's beautiful. It's unthinkable. And for all those hearing, there's 58 national parks in this country are the best things which you can have. Inaccessible, but if you find an opportunity to visit these national parks, the national tiger reserves, that is the best whether you go to. Those are the best whether you go to Bandipur in the south, or whether you go to Madhumala in the south, or whether you go to Kanai National Park.
Did you say some of them are inaccessible?
Inaccessible you have to do a lot of logistics to get.
Yeah. So that's perhaps a cue for the tourism ministry as well to...
I've been working on that.
Yeah.
I'm as a member of the National Tiger Conservation Authority.
Yeah.
Beautiful things, unthinkable parks. Not many people in this country know how beautiful parks.
No, absolutely. And there's so
Rajaji
much
National Park,
potential.
And whether it's Corbett, there are many more, 58 of them.
Right.
Kaziranga, I had not been. No, it's an Assam.
Yeah, Northeast, yeah.
Single-nosed rhinos. If you have not been, if you want to compare the grasslands of Kenya, Tanzania, go to Kaziranga. You can sight tigers also if you're lucky. But
beautiful birds as well.
Birds and rhinos. So India has huge potential. We are unable to go to the northeast. India is beautiful. We don't travel. We don't think it's safe to travel.
Long way to go.
It's a beautiful country. It's a 7,000 kilometers of coastline, untouched.
Yeah.
We don't really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But now I'm busy with the Bihar elections. After that, maybe. So in a day, I take a class.
Yeah.
I go to the High Court in Patna, do my bahas there, take a flight, operate a flight, land in Patna with Indigo.
Yeah.
Change by 3 o'clock if there is a motion in Parliament, attend Parliament. So a day in my life is like this, but many more.
Thank you so much. And we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have any hampers to be won here, but we do have a plush drop for our guests who have already won in life. So this is from us to you.
How much is inside?
You can open it. Please feel free to open it. That's our brand. From one traveler to another.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And that's made by artisans in Rajasthan and Barmer. This is an ajrak printed, a hand block printed pouch where you can perhaps put your cables and stuff, or use it for anything else. And we're bringing in handcrafted luxury, and we're including Indian artisanship as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and
Thank you
those
so much.
Listening to us enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Great. Hope to catch on with all of you.
Yes.
Fantastic. And if you see me in an aircraft, anyone hearing me,
I will.
Please come over. I'll announce your name from the cockpit.
Look forward to that. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.